Melina, what'd you find as your, what's the first thing you want to do? Thank you, Melina. What is the greatest common factor? And what's left? Uh-huh. Thank you. John, why did I leave this big old blank right there?
To use as a placeholder.
So what are you going to put in there?
0 plus 0x.
Now the reason why we do that is we're going from a binomial in the parentheses to a what? Trinomial. So now we need to see if we can factor here. Karina, let's factor this. Karina, what's a times c? -4 is correct, so I'm taking the a value is 1 and my c value is -4. Your b value, Karina? No. Karina, two numbers that multiply to be -4 but add to be 0? Thank you. Kaylee S., help us fill this in. Class, does the order matter? No. So here we have this now factored. Raise your hand if you got that correct. Awesome. And then we can just go through our basic steps. We already know that this is x to the 4th. Class, is that an even or odd? That's an even. The easiest even you know is quadratic. X squared starts up, ends up. That's our basic graph. If you think about multiplicity now, I'm going to set each of these equal to 0. 0 product rule. If I take the square root of both sides, you're going to get x equals plus or minus. The square root of 0 is what? Is there such thing as a positive or negative 0? No, it's just x equals 0. Did you notice what I did out here? Even the greatest common factor you're setting equal to 0. This one becomes x equals 2, and this one becomes x equals -2. So again, I asked you not just to factor it, we're graphing it. In order to graph it, I figured out my multiplicity. These are my zeros. So I have x equals 0, x equals 2, and then x equals -2. Now we need to think about its degree. This one has a degree of what, class? 2. Is that an even or an odd? Kiss or shoot through? So evens we will kiss. Odds you will shoot through. Okay? Again, if you're confused on this one right here, you can make this x minus 0 squared. Do you see that? It shows there that your x-intercept is still 0 and your degree or multiplicity is 2. And we're going to kiss there. Natalie, here at x equals 2, what's its degree? Correct. X equals 2 comes from the binomial x minus 2, which has an exponent of 1. Shoot through or kiss? And Ducky, at x equals -2? The degree is 1. Shoot through or kiss? Shoot through. Let's go ahead and graph this. Think ahead as you're graphing. You have 0, 2, and -2, so they're pretty close to the origin. Color code it, looks nice. There's my x equals 0, x equals -2, x equals -2, I'm going to graph by my end behavior. That is starting up, ending up. And remember, we don't flip those because the leading coefficient, the A value here, is positive, so it's going to stay that way. Kate, help us graph it. What do I do going when I approach this orange here? Shoot through it. Now what, Kate? So I'm going to go here and kiss or bounce. Then you run away. What's next, Kate? Shoot through. We're going to come back up. And we just graph the polynomial by hand, not even looking at our graphing calculators.